Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I've just today received my Bambu Labs A1 printer, so let's take it out of the box and see how it goes. It's going to be one of those lift the whole lot out ones, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look. So the build plate, so it's that size. These will be all the cartridges for the filament. These are colour patches for the filament that they sell. Heard about these, also I've seen these online, so they're pretty cool. Good idea, Bambu, to supply these, I think. So basically all the filament and all the colours that Bambu sell. Good marketing thing. Toolbox. Cool. The mystery prize. Cool. I got the mouse as a mystery prize. So everyone comes with a mystery prize. Not sure what that is. Fine instructions. Nothing else. Like just about every 3D printer nowadays, it's well packed. That's the stand for the filament. So that's the AMS system. Get this out. I always cut them so I can reuse them. So you cut where it's going in. That way you can push out the cable and it's still okay to use. So I can reuse it. Desiccant, some moisture munchers. What else we got? Sure. Oh, lots of foam protecting it. I just want to be careful I'm not throwing out anything with the foam, but it doesn't look like the top's the only bit of foam with stuff embedded in that you have to be careful of. Not throwing out. Okay. So look at this, it's a compact little unit, eh? Cool. This looks like a Bowden tube. 20 grams of filament. So let's probably should look at the instructions, I guess. Check cable ties. Okay, so there's all our bits and pieces. So the instructions come with the build plate. It's double-sided, textured PEI, which is good. Great they're coming out with these PEI ones, not like the old days, warp beds and all that they used to come out with. Cut the cable tie. That one's done. Take the foam out, already done that. Foam under the board as well. Cool. Okay, on the basically first page of instructions, so basically it's got what's in the pack, then it's got remove this, so it's got a clamping mechanism. My table's not big enough. It's this way. Got a little clamping mechanism on the side here, so it's got 1, 2, it says 4 screws. Oh, and there's 2 screws inside here. So there's 4 screws you need to undo. Take that clamp off. Now, because Bambu has like real quality, everything looks quality on it. Might just put that on there. Put that out of the way. Look, the part that needs to come off because it's just holding the bit in place. Looks like it's meant to be part of the printer, so just be careful, because if you turn it on, I gather, with that in place, it's not going to be good. So in the toolbox we have a bundle of screws, and they're all nicely labelled about what they are. And like with always, once I use the screws, I'll keep these plastic bags and do exactly the same thing, but put probably a couple more screws in when I put them in my toolboxes and stuff, so it separates all my screws. Always try to reuse stuff, it's always better. You've then got some lubricant oil. It's inside this, it looks like blades, I'd say. Yeah, it's a scraping blade. I'm gathering I'm going to have to print out the scraper. Oh, you come with 2 spare cutters. So they're the filament cutters that will go on the end here. Oh, it goes on the printer anyway. So that cuts the filament when you. I'm not sure. This will be the guide for the Bowden tubes. What else comes in here? This will be a scrubber for the this little like silicone almost scrubber to scrub the filament, I gather, when it's trying to clear the print head of filament. We then got, oh man, these are quality. Look at these. Not just crappy Allen keys. You get 2 decent T-nut with handle Allen keys, and filament jamming, unjamming. It's like a needle, like an acupuncture needle. probably is an acupuncture needle. So that's to shove up the filament head if you get any jams in there to clear it. So that'll be everything we need. I'll make a bet this is going to undo these. You can see it down there. Let's have a look. Face this down a bit. Let's get these screws off. Screw off. The good thing about this little thing, I can use it as a tray. Usually when I do videos, if you see my other ones, I always have a tray to put screws in because I have a habit of dropping them everywhere. So I can use this as my little tray. So there's 2 on the end and 2 inside here that need to come off. Nice long Allen keys too, which is good. As you can see, this is a throwaway part. Look how well manufactured it is. Oh well, never mind. Take all this. Do not grab or press on the axle. Okay, so it's got a warning that no, here, do not grab or press on this and put it out of alignment. So you got to be careful not to lift it up by the print arm. If you're going to lift it up by the upright arm, or better still, get it under the bottom. Okay, take those stickers off. Okay, so next one, it says you need to tighten some screws. So don't lift it by the arm, of course, so by the bottom. 3 screws are on the base. So they want you to tighten the screws underneath here. Okay, so you just need to tighten in the ones on the very end. It locks the heat bed on, apparently. And the third one's, so there's 2 at the side, and then there's 1 just underneath here on the front. Usually while I'm at it, I will sort of just go through and just make sure all the other bolts are tightened up. Never trust, I mean, no matter how good the manufacturer is, there can always be some things that might get mixed, so it's always a prudent practice to just double check everything's just tightened before you start using. I've had a few printers come where things are a bit loose. Don't over tighten them, just a quick sort of, if they're loose, just do them up, don't wrench them in, but just, you know, just check that they're tight and not loose. That's all I'm doing here. Okay, as you'd come to expect from Bambu, none really loose. If anything, I'm doing like a 1/5 of a turn. Gee, it's a nice compact little unit, I'll tell you. Now, to put stuff on, next that's got to go on is this thing. Okay, as you're looking at the end, okay, so as you're looking at the end of the arm, this little circle bit goes out. And it should just pop in there somewhere. Slide in. It slides in from the back. Okay, so just goes in and slides in. And then there's a screw to put in. Okay, where do we put the screw? Store one. What screw do we need? Okay, and that requires the purge wiper screw. and it's actually says it on the little bag as purge wiper screw. I know it's a bit wasteful having a bag for one screw, however it stops any mix up with screws this way. People don't put the wrong screw in the wrong spot. From a servicing point of view, very smart move. From a waste point of view, not so much, but I can understand why they do it. And like I said, it's not the good thing about the stuff Bambu have been sending it. Well, I actually bought this, but the stuff that the Bambu stuff comes in, they're good sturdy plastic bags. They're not the cheap ones, so they are reusable, and I always reuse them. I'm not like an eco warrior, but I do care that I minimise, you know, as much as I can. Okay, so once that's in, remembering don't grab it and spin it by the arm. You're always doing it by the upright column. Okay, the next one is on the base, on the base of the back of the column down towards the base there. There's two screw holes. That's for your, if you ever want to use single filament instead of using the AMS. This goes in here like so. No, it's that way. And oh, that's what that's for. That's what this bit's for, that I thought might fit on that cutter blade when I first opened it, but it's not what that's for. I need to find the two screws for it. That's for the scraper, spool holder. Okay, so the screws labelled spool holder. There's only two screws in it. Get them out. Man, I love the quality of Bambu stuff. It's really good. It looks, and even though it's just a cantilever type printer, I couldn't go a video without dropping a screw. What the hell did I do with it? So even though it's a cantilever type printer, it looks quality. It's metal. I mean, the base is plastic, but all the arms are metal. Look like aluminium, I'd say. But the finish looks quality. It's just a nice printer. Looking at it, and if it's anything like my P1P, it's going to be a nice printer to use as well. So once that's in place, you just slide this over the top. And it goes with the arm for the filament going opposite to the arm for the print head, and just slide it down. Okay, so that's pretty much the printer done. Now what I need to do is just put the AMS together. So what I've done is it just sits inside there like so, and it will have, it's got 4 screws. I know it's got 4 screws, so I saw the 4 screws in the thing. Okay, so there's 2 on each side. There's 2 screws that hold it in this side, and same on the other side, so I'll just chuck them in. And for someone that you know, that's just starting out, I wish they had these sort of things when no, actually I probably don't. I probably learned a lot more fiddling with the other ones, but there are a lot of people that don't like fiddling. So these are perfect. I just dropped another screw, but it doesn't matter because they put a spare one in there, because they figured 4 screws is too much for one guy to handle without dropping and losing one. So they put a spare one in. They're pretty much right with me now. Now, all the spools and spool holders are color coded. So this one's got a yellow on. So it's 2 yellows and 2 greens. See, you've got yellow and green. And on the spool you've got green and yellow. So you just basically pop on green, green, yellow, yellow. It doesn't matter, there's 2 greens and 2 yellows, it doesn't matter which one goes on where. However, once they're on, there you go. So once they're on, you'll see on the front it's got numbers 1, 4, 2, 3. So to identify the spools, you've also got numbers on all the extruders. So it identifies where everything is for you. So that is also good. Okay, so following the instructions again. Bowden tubes go on next. So you've got 5 Bowden tubes. Not all the same length. Alright, so just straighten them out a bit now. Curly really. Okay, so 5 Bowden tubes, and you got one that's shorter than all the rest. And you should have 2 and 2, I reckon. That are the same. Let me just check. And you've got, yeah. So you've got one that's short, and then you've got 2 medium and 2 longs. Okay, so 500mm ones, so they're the medium ones. Go in ports 1 and 2, and the long ones go in ports 3 and 4. Medium 1 and 2. So basically they're saying to put them in these little ports here. So they go in 1 and 2. So the ones that are going to be closest to the printer when the AMS is on the right hand side as you're facing the front of it. And the other 2 just push in 2, 3 and 4. So they're just pushing, boop, like that. And they basically go in, but no, it doesn't matter which one it goes in because they all lead to the same, same print head. Sorry, just undoing that cable tie. Okay, so the plug for the AMS, where does that plug in? Into the side. I wonder which one it plugs into. Okay, so it's got 2 plugs the same, so I'm wondering if you can expand it at a later date. Plug the AMS into the port on the right hand side, or either one. So it doesn't matter which one it goes in. So you've got 2 ports at the side here. 2 ports at the side, right next to the micro SD card, which has got a micro SD card in it. So 2 ports, you can plug it into either one. So that tends to tell me you can have, they're going to do something else with that other port. So they have plans. That's good. And then that will plug in to the power. Does it pull power off the... Oh, looks like the AMS pulls power off here. Anyway, these ones just plug straight into here. So... what do we got? That's all, it's just plugging. That's cool. So it just plugs in like that. So if you want to get them out, guys, all you need to do, it's just like any other 3D printer. If someone hasn't got a 3D printer before, they've got these little black tabs on the top of these. Push them in, tubes will come out. Without pushing them in, tubes stay in. Same on this end. Again, if you push that in, they'll come out. Yeah, same thing. Okay, now you've got this little bit here, holds all the tubes together. So just get them in some sort of rough order that you want them in. So just like so, just to tidy up the cables. And I would say that looks pretty much it. Okay, so when you're placing it, be aware, now don't move. If you're going to push that bed, you need to sort of give it really slowly because it provides power back into the system if you move it too fast, and you could short your board out. But you want to make sure that you've got enough room for the bed to come forward like that, and then as the bed's moving back, you've got enough room at the back here for all the cords and stuff that they don't ram up against something hard and damage that at all. So pretty easy to put together. Okay, so we've got to put some filament on now, guys. So what I did is I bought this stuff that's refillable stuff, so you don't have to waste the whole bundle of the rolls that come out that always tend to fill up your house. Now I keep these too, guys, and I empty them out and put them in a container. So I've got a big container full of the old desiccants. You get one with every single roll of filament you get, and then I use that desiccant in my AMS. Oh, sorry. Now you also get these refill cartridges. So you got to find the one with the little. It's got a little knob on it. See the little knob there? If you can see that. So the little knob goes towards where this identification label is on the filament, and you chuck this on, put that in place, and once that's in place, then you can take off the little tabs that hold the filament together. So there's, and just pulls out, and as you're doing the last one, make sure you're holding that end of the filament so it doesn't unravel on you. I'm just going to poke through the hole there at the moment. So I've got a nice little latte chocolate, some blue, some red and some white to put on. Well, I've also got this little I don't think they're very accurate, but you can put these, they've got these little measurement labels on that fit right in that little spot on your thing there. It's meant to tell you how much filament you've got left. Cool. Okay, so I've got 4 of them to do, and then we'll plonk them on. I might put the plate on. Now the good thing about the plate, you've got these 2 little knobs here. I'll bring you a bit closer. I don't know if you can see on top here, when I slide this on, it sort of slides into place, and there's 2 little, I'll pull that out so you can have a look. See the 2 little holes here, in here, and that sort of just slides in like that and just plonks down. So it's a lot easier to fit in, and you don't even have to check that it's in place. So they've improved that over the one with the P1P, I think. Okay, so now I've just got to put the film in. I might turn it on first. Where did I see the switch? On this side? On the back. Turn it on, switch is at the back. Get that out of the way. Okay, so get you a bit closer so you can see. Might turn that on this way a bit. Turn around a bit so you can see the screen. There we go. Okay, so we'll start. Oh, oops, go back. So first one's selecting the language. So whatever language you are. No, come on. Oh, god damn it. There we go. Then it's asking what region you're in. You've got Asia, Pacific, Europe, China, North America or other. I'm in Australia, so that's the Asia Pacific. And then it wants to connect to your Wi-Fi network. So I'm going to do through the Wi-Fi, that's fine. You can skip it if you want. But let's join onto mine. Oh, I'll just have to do this in private. I know why it's not why it's been so hard. That's why it wasn't accepting my fingerprints right. It's got this little bit of plastic on it. Okay, it might be a bit better now. Okay, so it's asking me to scan it. So now it's asking for your if you want to connect your Bambu Handy app up, and it's giving you a little code, what do they call them? You know, the scan codes. that you can scan with your phone. So let me scan that. Yeah, once you go in the handy app, you can add a device, and then you can push a little button up in the top right hand corner that says scan QR code. Okay, so now it's starting calibration. Just ask me if I want to start a calibration, so starting calibration, and away it goes. Make sure you got the print bed on for the calibration because it takes that into account. Okay, so calibration is complete, so we'll just click that and go back and bind the printer and set Wi-Fi settings. Okay, excellent. How about we put some filament in? So when you go into filament, you got your load and unload. Now on the Bambus and the K1 series ones from Creality, I always load and unload from the menu. It disengages everything from the print head and pulls it up out of the print head. So I've never had a problem with filament getting caught in the print head when I've done it this way. So the way these load on, they always load on so it's coming up through the bottom. So it never comes this way, it always comes under from the bottom ones, and from the top ones it's coming under from underneath as well. Yeah, so basically the filament goes on and just pushes on like so, and then there's a little hole in the bottom that you just, I'll put it in this one, you push it in, and then you push this little yellow tab on the side here. Hang on, I'll come around, move this for you. Okay, so little orange tabs here, or orangey yellow. So okay, you push it in the hole, push the little orange tab. Okay, so once you get it in, it will automatically feed. Put this one up the top, making sure you don't let go of the filament. You don't want it, the reason I'm holding onto the filament end is because you don't want it wrapping around and getting twisted inside there, because if it gets twisted eventually it's going to get caught and you're going to have a jam with your filament. So once you've pushed it in, make sure the filament's straight with your fingers. Sometimes if it's not going in just straight, try and straighten up. There you go. Pull it in for you. So what I mean by straight is this has got a little kink in it. So you can either straighten it, but I can see it's got a bit of see how the filament's a bit white there? Don't know if you can see it. That means it's been over bent. So I'm not happy with that going in to my extruders, because it's not worth the fraction of a cent that filament is worth, that it's going to break off in there somewhere and get caught. So don't forget, all the filaments getting pulled back and forth, back and forth, back and forth by these systems. Okay. Okay, so it's automatically pushed all the filament into where it wants it to go. And all the lights on the top are now showing white, which means they're all loaded and everything is good. Okay, so let's come down here. Now it's on external spool or AMS, so I'm going to go to AMS, and it's picked up all the colours because I'm using Bambu filament, and it's got that little disc that we had to line up when we put it in. That identifies colour of the filament, so it's automatically picked up the colour of the filament, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to go out of that, and I might just print a Benchy, eh? What do you want? Benny by Creative? No, Benny by. Okay. Speedboat Racing Benchy by Bambu, or do we want a screw gauge? See what else? Here we go. We got a scraper. Okay, maybe I should just print the scraper, eh? So you got all these different files that you can print. Pull you a bit closer. So you got some puzzles there. I haven't done the puzzle for it. I know what I need that mouse. Let's go to the mouse. Oh no, we've got to download it, damn it. How about we do a Flexi Panda? Use the AMS. I'll use AMS, yep, cool. Okay, so this is an on-off. These are on-off things, obviously, so use AMS, use time-lapse, so take photos, bed leveling, dynamic flow. I always bed level and dynamic flow calibration. I know it takes a bit longer at startup, but it sort of guarantees print's going to come out alright. I do it on my P1P and my K1 as well. I make sure that it always does all these leveling that's put in to make it easier and make things work properly. Why not use them? Okay, so I'll leave everything on. Time lapse, do I want to take photos of it? No, not really. So then it's saying filament. Yep. Okay, it's just telling me what filament it's going to use, and away we go, print. Now, once it's done print, you go, yep, it's ready. Light. Oh, so you've got the light on off. It's the light on the side of the arm here that you can push on and off. And you can turn the camera on and off here as well, by the looks of it. Oh no, that's the assistant. Oh, that's not the camera. So that's some sort of assistant that gives you error messages, I gather. Okay. Now I have seen some of the guys that got it first. It spits out little bits of filament out this way. So I should really have a box here, but I'll just go on the floor. I'm in the shed at the moment. I've changed locations from the dingy little room I was in before out to my garage. Let's see how this print goes. Okay, so the print's finished. Came out like this. I've just pulled this straight off the print bed. Came out fairly well. I'm quite impressed. Okay, so one thing that we need to have a chat about, even though not too bad, this is all the waste that was produced. It is 3 times the weight of this. I do have some use for this because we have a wedding coming up and we're going to put it down as little pebbly type things. Take away the wedding one. But lots and lots of waste. That is all waste. There's let's weigh it. Hang on. Let's put it on so you can see. Here's my little scales. Let's have a weigh of the little, that weighs 54 grams in total. So I'll just put a little tray on there and I will zero it. Zeroed. Oh, I don't know if you can see the, got to put it around there. Zero it. Okay, now I will tip in and that weighs 153 grams of waste. 153 grams of waste. Zero again. Zero. Okay. It's now saying it's 60. 59. 59 for the item. I will gather that, looking at the waste though, a lot of it is pure white and some of it's pure brown. Some of it though has your change from white to brown. Some of it's got no brown at all in it. So that, there's lots without 2 colours in. Like here you can see where it's changed, it's blending from one to the other because you've got the bit of the pink bit at the side here, so it's going from the red to the white. So I can understand why that's happening, but I can't understand why all this white and all this one colour of filament is getting spewed out. I gather that can be fixed with the software change. So no doubt Bambu Labs will be coming up with a software change to sort of help alleviate the amount of waste there. The other thing you can do with this waste is you can melt it down and put it into silicon molds and make stuff out of silicon molds and stuff. I've seen that done before, so I might venture into that as well. But that's the one bad thing I will say, the amount of waste it pukes out everywhere. I then did a little bit, that took 5 to 6 hours I think it was to print that out. It is really fast printing. It comes very, very slow when it has to change filaments and do the pooping thing and all that sort of stuff, so it slows it right down. However, I did do this benchy, and you can see it came out really nicely. Yeah, I haven't done anything at all to this. I've just pulled it off the pulled it straight off the printer. Come on, yeah. So it is really quite nice and this was 7 minutes. That was a 7-minute benchy, and that was just default settings. I just printed away on one of the prints it had on the already preloaded on the printer. Okay, so I'm really happy with the print quality. The speed is good. The waste is bad. There is so much waste. Yeah, but then again, the P1P and that has the problem too, but I don't usually use it to do multicolored. My AMS is there to use up several rolls of filament, so I can put in 3 or 4 rolls of the same filament and it just runs through the whole lot of them. Occasionally I do, but I would prefer to do that all in white and paint it. It'd be a lot cheaper for me. But then again, if you're mass producing them and you don't want to have any labour involved, that's probably why people do it. If you're just doing a couple of these, this would not take 5 or 6 hours to print if it was all one colour, and then it's not very long just to run over it with a paintbrush and change the colour of the paint. So I don't know, whatever your interest is, I guess. A lot of people don't like painting. So all in all, the A1 gets thumbs up from me. I think it's a great little printer, and I'll get lots of use for it. I'm gathering I'll save, you know, the electricity cost alone when you're only heating a tiny little bed to print a smaller product, as opposed to hitting the larger beds and stuff to get the same sort of print if you're only printing one of them. It'll come in use. And for people starting out, I did no tuning at all to it. I didn't have to do anything to it. I plugged it in. You saw me. I just went through the menu, picked an item off the menu, and away she goes. With the slicer software, it's just a matter of, I use Bambu Bambu Labs Studio, the one that comes with Bambu Labs. I didn't use Orca. There isn't a profile for it on the current Orca software, so I just went in and used the Bambu Labs software to slice up the product, and it is in the latest Bambu Lab software, so you can just pick that printer, then go in and it allows you to add the AMS. It's all automated for you, so there's not really much to do on the computer side of things. So very simple, very simple. And the fact that nowadays there's no more bed leveling, there's no more fiddly farting around with warped beds and all that sort of stuff. So for a complete novice that doesn't want to print stupidly large things, they're just happy to print tiny little things, or print things and just glue them together like a model, this printer is excellent. At the price point it was, I forget what it was, 400 and something Australian dollars. It is definitely worth getting. That's it. That's it. I will have a video coming up in the next week. I did get my P1S upgrade for my P1P, so I'll be putting that on my P1P, so then we'll go through how to put that on. And then I should have my laser engraver come in, and there should be a KE coming, Ender3 KE coming. So please subscribe, and if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Okay guys, thanks, and I will see you next week. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate the support. You might like one of these or one of these videos that I've made in the past, so feel free. Okay, thanks guys, bye.